Hello, you're listening to the Sun Devil Sit Down, a podcast by students for students produced by the ASU Student Life team.
In this show, we talk to Sun Devils to cover the ASU community, ASU events, and campus culture.
We'll take a look at what it means to be a Sun Devil and part of student life at ASU.
Hello, Sun Devils. My name is Madeleine Williamson, and I am the host for this episode of the Sun Devil Sit Down. Today, we will be talking about ASU's annual Battle of the Bands competition and what goes on behind the scenes. As most Sun Devils know, Battle of the Bands takes place every spring semester. The competition features student bands from all 4 ASU campuses and has multiple rounds of competition. The best part? Students can participate by voting for their favorite band. Every year, one lucky band will win. This band gets the opportunity to open for a famous artist in front of over 5,000 ASU students at our annual spring concert, Devilpalooza. I got the opportunity to sit down with some of the programming and activity board members from the downtown campus. These students helped plan Battle of the Bands, specifically the downtown campus competition and the final competition. What they had to say about the behind-the-scenes work it took to plan and host the event was crazy. According to Katherine Scher, senior studying tourism and development management and director of special events for the PAB, the work was split into 3 sections: tasks that involved vendors, marketing, and people involved in working or performing at the event.
Started, guys. So we kind of divided it into 3 segments, I guess. So I worked with production and the venue and kind of the planning side of it. Mendy worked on marketing, and Avion worked directly with all the performers, judges, and any people that were involved with the event.
Planning started 2 months before it was set to take place and had a budget for $22,000. Avion Wick, freshman studying journalism and mass communication, and vice president of operations for the PAB, mentioned that not a lot of people know that it really is students that do all the work for the event.
The fact that it's all students doing paperwork. I don't think people know that PAB is truly student run. We have advisors and they're really helpful, but all the paperwork and all the budgeting and everything comes straight from us. So the executive team is the one who makes the decisions, how much money is used, and stuff like that. So that's what's really fun about PAB is when you're a student, you get to make all the decisions. So it truly is you're your own boss and you have a team and you make sure everything went smoothly. And if you don't, it's a job, because it is a job. We all get paid for it. So I think that's probably the biggest thing students don't know is that it's we plan all of it from front to end. And with Battle of the Bands, I think that's really important because it's a huge event. And it was truly just a 4-person team.
Something I learned about Battle of the Bands that I didn't know was that bands actually have to audition to be in the competition. Not every band makes it past auditions either.
So every campus had auditions. It was mostly for a few reasons. One, if we just let people sign up, we would have a lot of people sign up, but not actually be committed to it. And then I think also just doing auditions is really important because we could see kind of how not how good they are, but how well we think they would do. So we actually had I think it was 9 people audition and we took 5.
Aside from planning and choosing performers, a lot of setup is done the day of the event. The stage for both Battle of the Band events hosted on the downtown campus took about 6 hours to set up, and PAB members showed up as early as 11 a.m. to start preparations.
So it does take a long time to set up an event of that scale, just because there's so many different parts. We had performers checking in with Avion, we have the judges checking in. We also got meals for the judges too, so I had to check in the person who was dropping off the meals for the judges. So yeah, it definitely was a lot of moving pieces. Usually with an event, we do make maybe 2 or 3 hours before I arrive, but for this one, I just wanted to be prepared, so I arrived at 11 and it started at 6.
So even though the stage is what took the longest to set up, during that time we were getting voting QR QR codes set up. We were getting like every performer got like a goodie bag, so those took a really long time. Like just stuff like that. Like it's not a lot of stuff. We could prepare it days before, but it's almost like you don't want to because it takes up so much room in the office.
For the most part, I feel like it was a success. I feel like the students were really engaged and it gave the bands a good opportunity to like perform. But all in all, I think the students who attended enjoyed it. So,
as you've heard, a lot of planning and preparation is put into Battle of the Bands. Feel free to follow the programming and activities board on Instagram at ASUPAB to see updates on Battle of the Bands. Thank you again to Avion and Katherine for sitting down with me and giving me a behind-the-scenes look at Battle of the Bands. Till next time, this has been the Sun Devil Sit Down. Thank you so much for listening in today. Don't forget to follow us on socials at ASU Student Life on Instagram and Twitter. Feel free to reach out to us with comments or story ideas via email at asustudentlife@asu.edu.
Our ASU Student Life team works under the ASU Educational Outreach and Student Services Department. Thank you to all the wonderful people from EOS who were involved in this episode. Thank you to the EOS design team for creating our awesome logo, Maxwell Gage Horowitz for producing our theme music,
and a very special thanks to supervisors Hannah Moulton Bullock and Macy Kimlin.